So apparently you guys want to know more about me. I'm not surprised. Okay, I'm a very interesting person. You know, I have people coming up to me and say, Josh, you are so like mysterious. I didn't know about you, bro. Like, I didn't know anything about you. Why are you so mysterious, bro? And I'm like, yes, I know. I know you want to know about me. I just don't give out information that I don't need to give, you know? I'm just not that type of guy. I'm actually a very good person if you get to know me, so you have to meet me to know me. I have to meet you to know you, so anyway, I'm just chatting out of my ass right now. I don't even know what I'm saying. Anyway, today we're going to be doing a Enneagram personality test, so you guys can get to know my personality. The objective of knowing your Enneagram type is to help you know yourself better and to enrich your personal development. There's no better or worse type. Each type and each person has their own assets. The Enneagram is a model that structures human personality based on 9 different types of functioning that relate to the direction of 3 centers of intelligence: mental, emotional, instinctive, that we all have. Each Enneagram type is based on our conscious fears, desires to compensate them, and expresses a unique way in which the 3 centers of intelligence interact between each other. Okay, so basically you must just get to know each other. I'll leave this down in the link in the description if you guys want to try it out. I mean, it just seems like a pretty cool thing to do. Anyway, let's get started. It can be difficult for me to make myself heard and to defend my own ideas when they might go against what others think, for the main reason that I prefer to avoid conflicts and confrontations. No, not really. I mean, if I have my own idea or my own opinion on something, I will stand firm to it. I won't let other people's perception sway me to think otherwise. I mean, you can give me your perspective, maybe I can change my view on the thing, but if I really believe in something, I will stick to it. So like, I tend to like avoiding conflict. Like, I'm not a big person when it comes to like conflict and drama and all that, but I mean, I like to be heard. So I'll say this is somewhat false. Yeah. I am often skeptical about the hidden intentions of others. No, not really. I mean, I often see the best in people. Sometimes I give people more chances than they actually deserve, because that's just the type of person I am. So I would say very false. I'm not really a skeptical person, so I'm very aware of others and tend to put their loyalty to the test. No, that's just a whole lot of pick-me attitude, you know? Put their loyalty to the test. What the hell is this? No, that's very false. I am very personable and I find it easy to adapt to new people I meet. I mean, I'm kind of a shy dude, I guess, but I'm pretty sure I get used to people quite easily. So I guess this is like middle ground, so yeah. I have a lot more difficulty expressing what I feel than sharing my theories, concepts, and analysis. I would say somewhat true, because I'm very tolerant and accepting of others as they are in relationships, even those that are important to me. I tend to let things happen and have very few expectations. That is true. The worst thing you can do in life is put expectations on people, because you will always be left disappointed, and not in a bad way like, they disappoint me. Just like, if you have this person on a pedestal and they're very high up and you see them as like this perfect being, eventually they're gonna disappoint you, and you shouldn't have that. I feel like that's very unfair towards the other person. So yeah, I would say it's very true. Always have very few expectations when it comes to people, because even me, obviously I have very high expectations of myself and I let myself down. So why should I have high expectations of other people? At the end of the day, we're all human. It makes no sense to have high expectations of other people. So yeah, I would say this is very true. I have no expectations of other people, to be honest. It just saves your mental, I guess. Success is important to me. Isn't success important to everyone? Are we ranking this success? Are we saying success in like your relationships? Are we saying success in your financial? I mean, you have to have some form of aspiration to succeed in life, no? I mean, that's how us humans operate. I would say somewhat true, because at the end of the day, we humans, we like to succeed. So that's just in our nature, I guess. I have a very anxious nature and I often look for ways to ensure my safety so that I can feel protected. I'm not really anxious in that sense where I have to feel protected. I'm anxious in a way that I care a lot what people think of me, if that makes any sense. But I guess that's quite normal anxiety compared to like other anxiety, because there are different forms of anxiety. But I feel like this anxious, like I'm scared for my life type anxious, no, I would say that is somewhat false. I often embody the image of success for others, and that motivates me. No, not really. I mean, if I can motivate people to do better with their lives, I mean, that would be cool. them looking at my success and then them comparing themselves with me is just stupid. Comparison can be the thief of joy, as you guys know, so no. I much prefer things to be planned rather than improvising. Very true. I hate spontaneous things. Unfortunately, I don't like spontaneous stuff. I tend to imagine the worst case scenario and emotionally prepare myself for it. Very true. I'm protective and very loyal. But if you betray me, I can become ruthless and avenge myself. What? I will avenge myself. What are you, a bloody superhero, bro, or supervillain? Nah, no. Like I said earlier, I often give people too many chances, and that's the problem with me. So this is very false. No. I tend to detect the imperfections around me and think about how I could improve them. No one is perfect, and there will always be imperfections with someone, and there's always room for improvement. So I'll say that's very true. I always try to improve myself. I often sit back and observe others rather than get involved. Yeah, basically. I mean, if there's drama, I'm not really a drama person, so yeah, it just drains my energy, to be honest. So that's somewhat true. I'm very knowledgeable and I can be competent, but I'm not really sociable and I usually struggle with relationships. I would say that's in the middle ground. I mean, some relationships I struggle with, some relationships I don't struggle with. Honestly, I just think this is just middle ground, to be honest. So yeah, I love and feel much more comfortable giving in whatever form than receiving. I don't know, when like people give me gifts and stuff, I always feel so awkward. I don't know if it's just me, like it's just like, oh, thank you, you gave me a gift, thank you very much. I didn't get you anything, but I tend to prefer giving to people than receiving a gift, so I guess it's somewhat true. I know how to easily please and seduce others, even if I'm not particularly interested in them. If I'm not interested in you, then I just won't seduce you or please you, to be honest, so that's very false. I have a sort of internal critic that constantly oversees my thoughts and actions to ensure that what I do is in line with moral principles. Somewhat true. I often try to help those who are more serious to relax and laugh more. Well, I mean, I like serious people. I try to crack a joke or two with them. Most of the time it doesn't work, because maybe I'm not funny. I guess I'm in the middle ground to that, yeah. I invest a lot more time and effort into correcting my mistakes, whatever they are. Mistakes are mistakes. You can't dwell on the past for too long, so I would say it's very false for me. Sometimes I feel envy towards people who have what I don't have. Keyword, sometimes. So that's very true, yes. Sometimes I do envy people. I don't like it. I mean, we all compare ourselves to other people, unfortunately, and that's the way life works. I shouldn't have the mentality, and I don't want to have that, but it's hard to get that thought out of your head, so I would say this is very true. I'm very good at listening to what others have to say and often have a lot of patience with them. I feel like I'm a really bad listener. People often say I'm a good listener, but I feel like I'm a bad listener. I don't know. And even like when I speak sometimes, I even drift away while I'm talking. Don't take this as I don't listen to other people. I listen to what you have to say and I will respond to you. I can't hold a bloody conversation. I'm just saying sometimes my head drifts away. So somewhat false. Somewhat. If it were possible, I could very well spend the day doing nothing and resting. Very true. Some days I could just rot, and just sink into my bed and just don't care about anything that's on the outside world. So yeah, very true. I'm quieter than most people and they often ask me what I'm thinking about. In a public setting, I don't often talk a lot, so I will talk if there's like a group of people, but I tend to keep to myself sometimes. I just find that small talk sometimes can be a bit draining for me, and that's just, I've always been that way. I don't know if that's a good trait or a bad trait to have. Just sometimes I kind of space out, so I don't know if that's normal or not. I guess it is. I don't know. I would say very true, because it happens more often than not. I often find beauty in weird, strange and unusual things. Very true. I often lose myself in my own dreams and fantasies. Yeah, I live in my head quite a lot, so I would say very true. I tend to make things interesting, enjoyable and more fun. Hey, come on now. Come on. Are you not having fun? I would say somewhat true. I would like to think I make things more fun, at least. My emotions fluctuate between highs and lows, and I don't feel very alive when I am in between. Oh, that's a bit deep. That's somewhat false, yeah. I need to have the opinion of my loved ones or an authority I can trust when I need to make a new decision. I think it's good to have some form of input into your decision making if it's like something massive. So yeah, I guess it's somewhat true. I tend to adapt a lot to others to keep the peace and avoid conflicts. No, not really. I'm good at seeing and paying attention to the positive side of things, even in difficult situations. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So I was just saying in the middle. I need a lot of alone time to unwind. I do really appreciate my alone time, so I'll say somewhat true. I accept others as they are, avoid judging them, and often adapt to them in order to maintain a peaceful atmosphere. That is very true. I don't see the point in judging other people. It's just stupid. The only person that can judge is God. That's it. I'll say it's very true. I have to enter this in. Get personalized and complete results for $5. I have to pay on the money. I don't really understand. Thanks. That's me all day long. Too negative. You're automatically redirected to your results after your payment. Yeah, I don't know, mate. No, I'm not doing this. Ain't no way, bruh. I will diagnose myself. I am a normal human being. I have a normal personality. I ain't paying $5 for the internet to tell me what my personality is. Anyway, so if you guys finish this video, well done. I just wasted your time. I'm pretty sure you guys can pick up on my personality just by answering those questions. But anyway, that was the video for you guys today. Remember, verse of the day is down below in the description. Hope you guys read it. Remember, God loves you. I love you. Have a great day.